Hey everyone, Cliff Ford here, and today in this video, I'm going to be doing a Vivi video. So this is pretty much going to be just like the Yamato video I just did a couple of days ago, titled Chronicles of Yamato, which is very similar to the one I did a couple of days ago before that, which was Look Out for Carrot video. Now, the basic gist of those videos were to basically go over and explain why I sort of believe that those could be some great positions. So, say for instance, if they were to join the Straw crew, those would be like the perfect roles for them, and in reality, going based off of like how we can sort of draw parallels to it exactly. So for the Lookout for Carrot one, and it's not just me, but a lot of people believe that Carrot is good for the Lookout and stuff like that because of how well she was basically given that position, even by helping the Straw Hats. Well, not all the Straw Hats, but basically when they went to Whole Cake Island, that was pretty much the main area where we always saw her on the Sunny the most time. I mean, not like literally every single time, but usually in most cases that's where we always saw her. And then for the Yamato one, suggesting of the Chronicle one was to basically give her a position that was very similar to Odin in a way when Odin made his travels and stuff like that, where he basically kept a logbook and stuff like that. Now, I didn't mention that in some cases, Odin mentioned that that he heard that navigators keep logbooks too, and that's true. That's true. Nami keeps the logbooks and stuff like that. But as I mentioned, that there are different types of like reasons to do chronicles and logbooks and stuff like that. So Nami's can be her own specific kind of logbook and stuff like that, but then Yamato's can be something specifically different that might be more helpful to understand and like be more of a way to release information out there. So maybe say like for instance she writes down a journal on the final pages and stuff like that and finishes up, and then they find some way to get that information out, and then they read the message itself, and then and well, the rest is history. But I mean, I can't really determine that for sure. But I'm starting to get off topic by talking about Carrot and Yamato and stuff like that. But this is supposed to be a Vivi video, okay? So basically, this is going to be a very similar situation to those two, but we're going to be focusing on Vivi. Now, a lot of cases when people refer to Vivi and stuff like that, and like what position and title could she hold and stuff like that, they always give her they always refer to her as the princess and stuff like that. But the thing we gotta understand is a princess is more of a title itself rather than an actual. I mean, it is like a job title and stuff like that, but it's not necessarily a job that you can just easily acquire or just easily become by just simply like going up to just finally out a piece of paper a job and just saying like I would like to fill out and be a princess, or if you're male, obviously be a prince. But you know, it's not very like that. So it's going over some like thinking of like good qualities and like looking at Vivi specifically and sort of thinking about like, okay, if she were to join the Straw Hat crew, what could be a good qualification for like a good role for specifically that might sort of help the Straw Hats in a way. Like it doesn't necessarily have to help them out in like in every single situation. But imagine if they run into a situation to where they're going to need someone of this better skill, someone who can actually handle this much better than anyone else, and that's a good idea to look forward to. Now, I've seen a lot of people go over some great ideas and stuff like that. The most famous one that I've seen most people suggest on Vivi is because of her being a princess and be able to like understand cultures and stuff like that. They basically refer to her or basically give her the role position of like a diplomat at. And so basically, like, if you're not familiar with what the diplomat is, it's basically someone who helps handles in foreign affairs and conversations and stuff like that. Other situations can be that doesn't necessarily have to be with foreign stuff like that. It can also be in sort of like your own domain and stuff like that. It can be in your own country as well. It's like someone who similar situations you can look forward to, but it's not like necessarily exactly the same, but you can look to it as being close enough to where you get the basic picture of it. So other words you can probably refer to as is like a mediator. I have a hard time saying that word. Peacemaker, negotiator, or stuff like that. Someone who can help handle better with negotiations, to help better further a deal between two people and stuff like that, to be able to basically to help better in the deal, like that kind of situation. That's really the best way I can provide it. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking, well, Nami has gone over these whole deal things for like nearly a long time and stuff in so many situations. So why would we need Vivi for simple negotiation when Nami does it like practically all the time? And that's a good point. However, there's something we gotta understand about Nami, right? And I can give you the short answer and I can give you the long answer, right? The short answer is, if anybody out there knows Nami, they know that Nami, well, when it comes to negotiating deals, she's always wanting to get something a little more. It's just yeah, I'm gonna need a little something more to please my mind. Kind of like that. So Nami, she's not really the best person, and you really like she's good at it, but there are times when you might not want Nami to help better further this deal, as much as possible. As like, what's up? And then, so looking at exactly like because of like Vivi herself, you could practically see it as a good reason to state like and understand like why Vivi might be this good person to help further explain and help negotiate and help to better to better keep two sides in good contact and stuff like that. Who knows, like maybe she can even be something like a psychiatrist and stuff like that. So basically, like take for instance, if like say if the Straw Hats have a civil war, like they have their own personal civil war and stuff like that, and the Straw Hats are basically split up between two teams. Say team Team Luffy and Team Usopp. Yeah, Team Luffy and Team Usopp. All right, Sun God Nika and God Usopp. And then there are two teams on each side, and they're in a bit of a rivalry. They're in a bit of a rivalry, and all fighting against each other, battling one another out like they're just battling it out like crazy. And then Vivi can be like this sort of mediator, like the Peacemaker, or the one to basically help negotiate and basically try and keep them under control, sort of like talk them out of it, like reason with them, be that kind of person. And it's really the best way I can refer to it. It's like that. And look. Overall, if you don't believe me, you can always ask a wise wizard, all right? Ask Gandalf the Grey, all right? I bet he will tell you right now that we need Vivi to be like a negotiator, a peacemaker among the Straw Hat crew. That's what we need. Ask him yourself, and he'll tell you. Yes, he will. A burglar? A burglar? Seriously? So you're, okay. So I guess for that entire 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes, or of course this is going to be short or an edited compared to you guys, but, man, a burglar. Okay. Well, I guess I can just call it, I guess I can just get on the phone and call the, the regular, police, jail cells, in One Piece world and find out if we can let's see if I can get a burglar, or how much money I can get for a burglar. Let's see if I can negotiate a deal. All right, I'll be right back. You guys just hold on a second, all right? Yes. Hey. Is this the One Piece county jails and stuff like that? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yes. One quick question. How much? At a reasonable price, let's say I will go as high as low as Chopper's first bounty. Yes, that's it. Chopper's first bounty. I believe that was like 50 cents. Yes, 50 cents. Okay. So just a quick question. How much? Well, actually, that's probably. Wait, I need to think very carefully. Okay, let me try this again. I'm willing to pay you 50 cents to buy a burglar. What do you mean they're not for sale? I'm offering you money to buy a burglar. I don't care if they need to spend their lives in jail for a burglar crime. I'm asking to buy a burglar. No, I don't want a hamburger. I want a burglar. Or what do you mean Marine Force? I know Marine Force is not McDonald's. Why are you? Apparently they think I'm losing my mind, like I'm not crazy. Ugh. Look, I need to buy a burglar, okay? Like, seriously, look, I would be willing to raise it up to Chopper's second bounty. That's practically $1. What do you say? Still no? Why? I don't care if you got hundreds of paperwork. Seriously, just let me buy the burglar from you. You get more space in your jail cells. Whoa. Hold on. What's this talk about Sabo and Vivi? You mean that incident that happened at Mary Joie? On those newspapers? No way. He did. She did. He did. She did. No. Oh my. Hello? Hello? I hung up. How do you like that? Well, I couldn't buy a burglar for some reason. Huh, who knew? I seriously thought you could just call in and just ask to buy a burglar. And this entire time, the person thought I was confusing Marie for McDonald's. I mean, is that really that confusing? Okay, okay. Enough jokes aside. We had our little fun for the moment, shall we? Okay, so to basically continue on with what I'm saying, it's like that. One reason why you can look at in general, like why Vivi can be good for this position, is to take for instance when the Straw Hats were leaving Vivi and stuff like that, when they were basically departing Vivi, and at the time when they were leaving Alabasta and stuff like that, they offered Vivi the choice to basically come with them and stuff like that. And deep down inside Vivi, she really wanted to go. Like she really wanted to actually go on that adventure with them and stuff like that. So it's not necessarily that Vivi didn't want to go, or she didn't have him. There was any reason for her not to go and stuff like that. Like no one was literally forcing her to make that decision like that. It was basically her decision. So even if she decided to go with them and like that, her father would not have borrowed things like that. Neither would Ingram and like that. Like sure, or they probably would have been worried about her, but they also knew that deep down inside she would also be safe with the Straw Hat Pirates and stuff like that. They also knew that she'd be safe with Luffy. So there's no reason to necessarily deny that or necessarily believe that. But going over like at the end of Alabasta like that, when the whole journey was over and the Crocodile was defeated and the Strides were basically leaving, we basically get a moment where when Vivi was basically having her conversation with Luffy and the crew, and she was basically speaking with the loudspeaker because she was supposed to be giving a sort of an announcement or a speech to the Alabasta citizens like that. Now, most of them did not actually know what actually went on and happened. Some of them did, but not necessarily a majority of all of them. So some were kept in a dark and didn't really understand. And during this moment, we get to see like how well Vivi can actually handle and like sort of explain things and stuff like that, and how well sure she wasn't actually explaining to the public like directly on eye and eye, but the way she was able to explain the situation and keep her mind focused really shows that she can really have a good conversation on hand. Like she can really handle good negotiations to help better explain something without any reason to sort of fail in contact, so basically keep it in line. And that's one way you can look at it. So in every scenario, whenever Vivi was actually explaining something, or like sort of like it doesn't matter how it was, like even if it was telling like a simple story and explaining the struggles that she had, or like when she said I came across a small ship that like was brave enough to sail through these treacherous seas and wouldn't stop pushing its way. The fact that Vivi can handle this so well and can basically keep basically because like she can negotiate, because she can help better explain things and sort of keep this intact. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that some of the other Straw Hats can't help sort of explain stuff in details on their way, but the fact remains is that Vivi has sort of stayed in Alabasta, and she's sort of like kept in touch with she kept in touch with the Straw Hats activities like that. She kept in touch with them. She's also basically learned things about other cultures and stuff like that. So like we never know like when the Straw Hats might actually like there still could be a long while before they actually get to not Alabasta but Laugh exactly. So the Strides might end up in a kingdom and stuff like that, where they're going to necessarily need a princess or like someone like Vivi who actually understands this culture exactly and might be able to help them to be able to better make a further deal to basically sort of please their needs to get to where they want to go. One idea we can look forward to is Elbaf, right? And there we could look at Loki, right? Loki is basically like the prince of the giants and stuff like that, Elbaf and stuff like that. We were introduced to a silhouette of Loki when he fell in love with Lola and basically wanted to marry her, but then the whole Lola ran off pissing Big Mom, and because the whole giant thing failed and stuff like that, like entirely Big Mom entirely hating Lola for the rest of her life. So we can see that as a good idea and suggest that, hey, maybe the Strides will go to Elbaf, and then maybe Vivi can help negotiate a deal with Loki and stuff like that. Who knows? Like, one idea that a lot of people bring up and suggest is that the final road poneglyph is actually on Elbaf, and that could be a good idea. That could help better explain like a good reason for us to go to Elbaf. And there are a lot of reasons to basically predict and assume why we might go to Elbaf. Now, I should have mentioned exactly that just because like things are sort of like sort of pushing us in that direction and sort of giving us confidence and hints that we could go there, that doesn't necessarily mean that Oda has to go there, right? He can entirely skip that entire thing altogether, but I don't think he will. And to be honest, I think there are a lot of people who would actually rather him actually go to Alabama like that. Oda said that well, this was mentioned like a couple of years ago, like maybe like a good 2 years or 3 years now, and he said that One Piece should end like in close to 5 years. But reality is, because of how things have been going out and how each new time Oda introduces something new and saying like, sure, we are getting to the end game of One Piece, that's for sure. But it's hard to actually assume that One Piece would actually end during that 5 year time. So beyond honest, like, I mean, suggesting that, it's imagine like One Piece should end like in 2026 or 2027 at that time. So be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it even goes up to 2030. I mean, I could be wrong, right? So don't please don't take that literally, all right? I'm just making a simple suggestion, all right? That's all I'm saying. But so look, overall, basically what I'm saying is that because of like Vivi herself and like her dynamic with the crew and like that, and because of like how well she was able to handle things and like that, and even like even before she met the Straw Hats and like that, she was basically able to infiltrate, right, Baroque Works disguised as a member and like that, in order to basically help take down Crocodile from the inside and stuff like that. Now a lot of people made videos on this to basically question like, how in the hell did she actually manage to do that? Like, matter of fact, I think even Tekken 101 made a video on this area. I don't remember which video it was from, but I remember one of his videos that he did where he sort of like it might have been the Baroque Works video that he did, but I can't remember which one it was. But overall, because like how Vivi was able to better infiltrate, right, sort of like infiltrate these places and sort of like understand them exactly, and sort of like sort of better explain any details, like, then maybe we can see that as a good way for to introduce something new for the Straw Hats, to better give them more of a free way to the end. Now, can I guarantee that this is going to be 100% accurate, right, or this is going to be true? No, I can't guarantee that. I can't actually guarantee that at all. Like it's just more of it's really more of a suggestion that I'm just basically sort of like sort of offering as sort of a general idea. And a lot of people have sort of this idea too. I'm not the only person, but it's nice to basically sort of talk about an idea. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. So look, overall, all I'm suggesting, all I'm saying is that if people were to join the Straw Hat crew, or actually she's technically already part of the Straw Hat crew. I mean, she is like an official member, or like that. Oda has stated that, yeah, she is an official member, or she's just not necessarily selling with the Straw Hat crew right now. But Nami was, matter of fact, it was actually Nami who basically told Vivi that when they were leaving, that they would give her 12 hours to make their decision before they would sail off and leave. And then they said that once you make your decision and then you decide to come with us, that is when we will honor you and accept you as an official pirate, right. And then Vivi decided to make the decision that she couldn't leave, that she has to stay in her hometowns like that. She has to help rebuild her towns like that. But with everything that happened in Mary Joie, that we're not really sure what exactly happened, went down specifically, but we do know that something definitely happened with characters like Vivi and her father, and definitely her home kingdom, Alabasta. There are many theories going out there suggesting what might happen. We do know that the world government, especially like mostly like Mary Joie like that, like with the five elders, that they basically consider Vivi and her entire family, and it's not just Vivi and her father; it's the entire family itself, no matter what. All right, who basically viewed as world traitors and stuff like that. That doesn't matter who it is. Like even if one of Vivi's descendants and stuff like that. Because keep in mind, the whole situation with the world government was founded years and years ago, right? So in Vivi's entire family line would be practically huge and like that. So in reality, if one of Vivi's like great grandfathers like that was a big huge world government, and who supported world government, and all that kind of stuff, if he was a big stuff a fan of the Celestial Dragons and believed that they were doing the right thing, it would not matter. They would basically still view him as a traitor. It does not matter. Even if they were a support or the Celestial Dragons, they would still view them as traitors for deciding to stay in their own kingdom and not come to marriage like all the other ones. So look, overall, because of the situation it is, and like, there's no doubt in my mind that once Luffy finds out about what happens, or matter of fact, any Straw Hats, right? Once they find out about what happens, there's no doubt in my mind that Luffy is not going to necessarily just let it go, all right? He's going to find some way to basically save Sabo, save Vivi, no matter what. Like, even like if they are in need of saving, we don't know, no. But one thing's for sure, I have no doubt in my mind that that's basically what's going to happen. And so that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Like I don't have like a complete a lot of detail else to go over exactly, but that's all I wanted to suggest for the Vivi one. So so that's all I got. Look, so yeah, that's all I got. So I guess since we're talking about like negotiations and like conversations and like peacemakings and like diplomats and stuff like that for like deal makings and stuff like that to help better further further a deal without such as like trying to get something more than the other to basically then let's see what would be a good way to title this video. So the first one I did was a carrot one, and I call that one look out for carrot video. So kind of a double meaning when you think about it. So literally like it's offering it's like offering the lookout position for carrot, but it's also telling you to look out for carrot as a new straw hat. And then I did the Chronicles of Yamato video, which is sort of another double meaning, which was basically to sort of like give the Chronicles of Yamato basically giving giving Yamato a chronicler or position on the Straw Hat crew, someone who can basically chronicle the adventures of the Straw Hats in terms of like a story-wise decision, but also sort of gave you like the Chronicles of Yamato itself, like the story of Yamato, to basically give Yamato a story. So basically, like telling Yamato a story while Yamato is actually telling a story, kind of like that. So, let's see. I guess what would be a good one for Vivi? Something good. I guess negotiations from Vivi. Or conversations from... No, that's probably not good enough. Peacemaking from Vivi? I think negotiations from Vivi might be the best situation. See if I can think of this of a double meaning. So, negotiations from Vivi. So, we can look at negotiations from Vivi sort of being like how Vivi can help better further negotiation and stuff like that. So basically, negotiations from Vivi to basically give help better further negotiations to help better make deals. But then I guess you can look at another way to look at it is the fact that I can't think of a double meaning for that one. I can't think of a double meaning for that one. I mean, the negotiations from Vivi, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad title, I can assume. Negotiations from Vivi. Or maybe Peacemaker. Yeah, peacemaking from Vivi. Yeah, maybe that would be better because I can think of a better double meaning for that ad. So think of it like this. So peacemaking from Vivi or Peacemaker from Vivi, we can look at it as necessarily the fact that Vivi has peace with all the Straw Hats and stuff like that. Like she can make peace with all the Straw Hats and everyone else. But maybe you can also look at it in that she can also help bring peace to the Straw Hats itself. Now, a lot of people probably be questioning and probably saying, well, that doesn't really make any sense because Luffy has always shown to be able to like bring people on his side to, well, not necessarily everyone to his side. Like let's not overreact, okay? Let's not overreact. But Luffy has shown to basically bring people on his side, and that's true. But we can also look at a possibility that maybe we can see Vivi as more of like more of a position in that way to sort of give it to say instead of like sure, Luffy has brought people over to his side. But there are also a lot of people who have not been brought over to his side. So maybe we can look at a situation where someone is not on Luffy's side, and then who's against him and it's like that, and then Vivi can sort of be like the peacemaking between that to basically give a negotiation to better make a deal to help sort of like help to basically give two parties what they want. All right, that's the basic gist of what I have, what I'm suggesting. So look, that's all I got. All right, that's really all I got. So hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you got a chance to watch it, I really appreciate it very much. I really do. Feel free to smash that like button if you did like the video. Go ahead and leave your own thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section below. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Another thing I like to mention is that I also started my own Twitter channels like that. You can follow me on Twitter, and I'll basically sort of like giving updates and on certain videos I might be doing like that. And I'll basically give links to my Twitter page down below. So keep in touch with that. Look, that's all I got. So thank you so much for joining me for this video. I really appreciate it, and you all have a great day. Bye now.